Hello friends, welcome back to Theme Park Guy Productions. We are reporting back from the wonderful EPCOT because today is the first day of EPCOT's International Food and Wine Festival, which is one of their festivals. They usually do this during the fall season. Today is Thursday, August 29th. This is why I'm filming this video. This is gonna last, I think, through November 23rd. They did start it a bit late this year because last year they started in late July. So we lost a month of the festival, but I mean, hey, it's not that big of a deal. Most of the time I usually sample towards the beginning of the year anyways. But yeah, they got a whole bunch of new booths set up for this year. I know they got like some mac and cheese appetizers that they did have. They did bring back the pickle shake, so I'm gonna try that again this year. I did that last year. If it got sold last year's video, that was probably one of the craziest things I think I've ever tried. But I'm gonna do it again this year, see if it's as crazy as I remember it being. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get this party started. So we are officially in like the slow season. So let's take a look at the wait time for Spaceship Earth. 5 minutes. So yeah, coming on a day like today is almost like a cheat code. Or, I mean, Labor Day weekend, you'll get some crowds, but then like the week after, maybe a couple weeks after, the parks are dead. So right now is the time to come here to the parks. You'll get 5-minute waits like here at Spaceship Earth, which right now it normally maybe be like a 15-20 minute wait, which still isn't that bad. But yeah, shows you right now is the time to come here to the parks. Now, before we go ahead and sample any food, how about we grab in a ride on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind? I did actually get Group 2 this morning, so close to Group 1. I was just so close, maybe just like a millisecond away from Group 1. I don't know how some of these people get Group 1, especially one of my good friends, Maverick. He always gets Group 1. I don't know how he does it, but he just does. But hey, I'm not complaining. Group 2 is the closest I've ever gotten, so I'm definitely late, but we're gonna go ahead and grabbing around this ride. All right, so there is definitely a full queue this morning for Guardians. Well, it's not really a full queue because I've seen the line go all the way outside, but there is definitely a line this morning. So, but this one does typically move pretty fast, so I'm estimating maybe like a 20 to 25 minute wait. Not too bad. All right, took about 20 minutes in line. What song are we gonna get? Now, I would like to get Conga. It's been a long time since I've gotten Conga, but whatever we get is what we get. I've gotten all 6 songs. Here we go. Teleporting into the portal.
No one's gonna stop rock and roll from existing.
Oh no, I think we're jumping back.
What have we done?
I think we're jumping back.
I think we're jumping back. Ah! Every time I get one way or another. 60 miles an hour. Oh! I always get this song. Bruh. I demand a rematch! Nice!
But not for long.
Warrior time! Woo! Great ride.
Remind me to raise our rates.
Oh, that's such a great ride. All right, here comes the food and wine tradition. Drinking a shot of Beverly. Oh man, it still tastes like medicine. Oh man, I tried to keep a straight face on that, not this time. All right, so looking over at the distance, you can see some construction going on over a test track. I think I covered this the last time I was here, or it might have been on my Instagram story, is that I think they might be retracking it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. They don't have like the slot track, but they did take out the canopy, which we might check that out in a little bit, unless they moved it over here, but they do have some scaffolding over here. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on test track. Yeah, this is a weird sight. Not seeing the canopy over the track and test track is definitely a little weird. If you guys saw my last video where I got my final rides in on test track, sure gonna miss this ride, but it needs a refurbishment. But I'm excited to see what gonna happen here. And you guys can see up close right over here. This is what I mean. I think they might have taken out some of the tracks, so it looks like they are doing some track work. Either they're retracking it or updating the ride software. But yeah, just a little something I wanted to note. All right, bad news. I thought the Macatizers were over in this area, but they're over by Communicore Hall. But I'm gonna do like a little loop around World Showcase and then get to Communicore Hall. So I'm gonna start over. They have Flavors of Fire that I might check out. They also have the Fry Flight over here. I've done that in years past. I'm not gonna do it today because it's pretty much the same thing. If not, we'll just go to the Brewing Lab and do the pickle shake. Just get it over with. All right, I'm gonna do it first just to get it over with, the pickle milkshake. This is the thing that went viral last year. So there's not as long of a line this year compared to last year. So let's go ahead and get in line. All right, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Got the pickle shake, the same thing I did last year. So essentially, I did twice last year. The first time I had it, it tasted legitimately like pickles to this point where it was like almost too much. And I'm not a big fan of pickles. The second time I had that, I didn't vlog, but it tasted more like a vanilla shake. So I'm not sure if they toned it down the last time, but we'll see what it tastes like this year. So let's go ahead and grab a sip here in 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of tastes a little more like the second time I tried it. It doesn't taste overwhelmingly like pickles because the last time when I had it, when I filmed it for you guys, it overwhelmingly tasted like pickles to the point where it was almost too much. But this isn't that bad. And still, like last year, have it turned into Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Like last year, let's see how much I can chug here. Oh man, I don't think that was a good idea. Like, it's not as weird as I remember it being, but just the fact that it's a pickle, and for me who doesn't really like pickles, it's just weird, you know? But overall, I'd recommend getting it if you want the fun experience though. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and try the Impossible Burger Slider over here. This is Flavors from Fire. It's a burger slider with cheddar and tomato jam on a sesame seed bun, so should be pretty good. All right, next sample over here is gonna be a Montreal Impossible Slider. So essentially, it's an Impossible Burger, meaning that there's no meat. And it's got a slice of cheese, and it's got like a little tomato jam in here, so it's kind of like a little sauce. It's got some less. I think this is mayo, but I could be wrong. But let's go ahead and give it a try. All right, here we go. Montreal Impossible Slider. Let's go. Oh, this is pretty good. So we got some jam on my leg. Bruh. Wipe that out. But oh no. This is a good burger. I mean, it's got no meat, so if you're a vegetarian, this is a good option. The jam is good. It's got a little bit of a spice to it too. Wasn't expecting the spice. Overall, I give this about a 9 out of 10. Pretty good. So I'm in the shop right now. Look who I ran into. It's Christian and Gabe. When do you expect to see Christian at a Disney park? When he's always at SeaWorld and Busch.
Always. Cody and stuff. I'm not you, Cody. But...
Bro's always stapling you in Iron Gwazi.
Exactly.
So this guy was just at Magic Kingdom.
That's not $6, by the way.
$6 for what?
To get staples.
On Small World? All right, it was always good running into my friends over here, but let's go ahead and check out the Communicore Hall because this is where the Macatizers are. And they do have all this for food and wine. So I knew it wasn't just going to be plain like this. I knew they would add some sort of things over here. Looks pretty nice over here. They got some merch for food and wine this year. Say hello to the video. And the Macatizers are right over here. So yeah, they have like a cheesesteak, like mac and cheese. And we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. So let's go ahead and get in line. All right, I couldn't find any tables, but I'm gonna sit on the floor over here and eat this. This is a cheesesteak mac and cheese. Essentially, it's a mac and cheese with cheesesteak. It's got panko breadcrumbs, and it also has peppers and onions. So looks pretty good over here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a bite. All right, this is about as much as I get right here. I'm trying not to make a huge mess, so go ahead and take a bite here. All right, pretty good. mac and cheese. It's flawless. It almost makes me think of the one that they used to have over at Disney's Hollywood Studios at the Fairfax Fair. I think it's the same mac and cheese. And then the cheesesteak's nice. I don't think I got a bite with peppers or onions, but and the breadcrumbs have a nice crunch to it. Overall, I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is a good sample. So yeah. One thing I will say about this pathway is that it's definitely not as busy over here as it was last year, because I remember last year it was all shoulder to shoulder, but over here, not the case. You know what, just thinking about it, I'm getting kind of thirsty right now, and it's kind of hot out, so you know what? I might go ahead and grab a refreshment over by Germany. I know they do have like a little lemon beer this year. It's a Hefeweizen, so I'm down for that. So let's go ahead over to Germany and grab myself a beer. All right, I got the lemon Schafferhofer over in the Germany pavilion. This is a beer, and last year they had like the prickly pear cider that was really good, but you know what? Germany has the best beers. So let's go ahead and get a sip of this thing. All right, cheers. Wow. That is a phenomenal beer. Man. It literally tastes like lemons too. And it's not too strong either, so I wasn't trying to go for strong or anything, but if you just want a nice little light beer, this is perfect. 10 out of 10, best thing I've had so far. And of course, as always, every year, they are doing Eat to the Beat concert series over here at the American stage. And we do have a list of concerts over here. If you guys can't see, tonight they are doing the Finesse Party Band, and then tomorrow on Saturday is the Fray. And then throughout September, they'll have artists like Sugar Ray, and they'll have the Finesse Party Band again. Hoboa Stank, I've never heard of them. Yellow Card, The Hooligans, Tiffany, Mercy Me, Foreigner's Journey, Shyla E, got The Wanted, Dion Diaz, Luis Figueroa, Mao and Ricky, and Jesse and Joy. Never heard of these bands. But as you get later in the year, I do like the artists there better. Like you've got Lance from NSYNC, who performed, I think he performed last year, and I think he's performing again this year. And of course, one that I'm excited for, Boyz II Men. I'm not sure if I'm gonna see Boyz II Men this year, but Boyz II Men is one of the greatest rap bands in my opinion. And they also do they have some nice Christian artists that do perform throughout the season. And so yeah, if you ever go to Food and Wine, definitely check out the concert schedule if you want to see a certain artist. And another new booth that they have over here is Flavors of America. They normally have an American booth, but this is new. So they got all these hot dogs. They got a New York style, a Chicago style, a Carolina style, and a Southwest style. So the New York style has sauerkraut. It's got an onion tomato sauce, probably ketchup, and spicy mustard. And then Chicago has tomato, dill pickle, pickled sport peppers, diced onions, yellow mustard, and a Chicago green relish and a poppy seed bun. Carolina style is pretty self-explanatory. It's chili, coleslaw, and yellow mustard. And then the Southwest style is wrapped in bacon with warm pinto beans, tomatoes, jalapenos, avocado crema, and queso fresco, and a French roll. Hopefully I said all that right. And over here, you've got Japan over here, and there's one drink that they have that everyone makes me try. It's the sake. And apparently my dad, he thinks the hot sake is amazing. And I don't know if there's a difference between hot sake and just a regular sake. I tried the sake last year, I wasn't vlogging. It tastes like medicine. It's like that scene in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And it comes in like a little grail cup. It's like in the Last Crusade when Indiana Jones is trying to choose which grail is right. It's like, you've chosen poorly. You've chosen wisely. And yeah, I definitely chose poorly. All right, my next sample over here is gonna be a Belgian waffle. This has a nice little chocolate drizzle with whipped cream. So this looks pretty good. I did have this last year, and I remember really liking it last year. But let's see how it holds up this year. No, it is kind of hard to film because all tables are taken, but I got it by here. Let's give it a try. It's a little messy, but it's just as good as I remember it being last year. Whipped cream is nice and refreshing. I like the little chocolate drizzle because it's nice and sweet. The waffle itself is really nice, very savory. Overall, another 10 out of 10. Amazing. Not as good as the beer that I had in Germany, but this hits the spot. All right, went ahead and got the cheddar bacon soup which comes with the pretzel roll. This is in the Canada Pavilion. And man, these birds, they want my food. And this duck wants my food. You ain't getting my food, duck. I don't know if you're Donald Duck or related to Donald Duck or not. You ain't getting my food. Now my trick with the cheddar bacon soup, I usually do this every year, is I usually take the pretzel roll and I dip it into the soup. Just like so. Go in, grab a bite.
We need a table.
Mmm. 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 That's about as good as it is every year. The soup is nice and creamy, and the pretzel roll is a nice little touch. It's fun to dip too. Mmm. It's not as good as the cheesesteak mac and cheese that I tried earlier, but I would say this is better than like that pickle chick that I had earlier. And all in all, I guess about 8.5 out of 10. Again, it's the same thing I've had multiple years, but it's good. You can't beat it. It's a classic. And my final sample for today is gonna be this vanilla soft serve here. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's really just vanilla ice cream. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it anyways, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to film myself eating it because it's melting and I'm not sure how I'm gonna be able to do it. So I'll let you guys know how it is though. All right, so the vanilla ice cream that I had over at the, it's over at World Showcase. It was just like your typical ice cream. I give it a 9 out of 10 though, but it was a great portion size though, that I will say. And now I'm full, so I think I'm done sampling food for today. But this year's Food and Wine Festival, huge success. Absolutely a huge success this year. The food here this year, fantastic. Alrighty, that is going to conclude today's video. Overall, amazing time here at EPCOT. Glad I got to experience the Food and Wine Festival. I almost said Seven Seas Food Festival. That's over at SeaWorld, and they do that during the springtime. But favorite sample for today is probably that beer that I had in Germany, but I also really liked the cheesesteak mac and cheese that I had, and the waffles were good too. And overall, just this is a fun event. I'm excited I'll probably come here a little more often. There's apparently a scavenger hunt that they do for food and wine. Might try that this year. I didn't do that last year. I saw it last year, but I just didn't do it. And without further ado, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more videos in the future. If you enjoy this one, you better subscribe because we're close to 1,000. Probably gonna throw a celebration if we hit 1,000 subs. And don't forget to check out Theme Park Guy Productions as well on all social media platforms. Linktree will be in the description below. Go check it out because like what wins you guys. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, you're clear for dispatch.